All right.
I feel it. I'm done. I'm done with this shit, dude.
Hey guys, we're back. It's the same old Lions show, and we are dead. I bought a mummy mask because I was gonna buy a clown mask, but the clown one freaked me out, so I bought a mummy one because I was like, we're dead. So we're dead. We're back, but we're not because we're dead because we suck. So let's get into it, Brian.
Tony, that was our worst game of the year. They came in true passion and true form for what we were talking about. We knew they'd blow it. We knew it'd be bad. Right in form, though, they came back at the end to try to fake us out that it wasn't that
They didn't
bad.
fake me out. I didn't buy any of that shit at the end. We suck. I know it. That was easily Stafford's worst game of the year. I'm not going to, you're allowed one, I guess. I mean, I don't know, not really, but I love him enough to give him one, but he played awful. It looked like he lost a contact and he couldn't find it, and he spent the whole game, searching in the turf, where's my contact? Where's my contact?
Yeah,
No
I mean,
good.
it's hard to blame it all on him because in Brian Kelly's world of
I'm not blaming it
statistics-
all on him, but it was his worst game of the year.
Fair, but he's been playing very, very well this year. So now we're at a point where if he has a middle of the road game, because he still averaged more than 10 yards a pass, still had multiple touchdowns, only one interception. We talked about it. That's
Multiple
what he does.
touchdowns because he got the one. Well, he got two right away. Yeah, he got two right away. Came out firing guns. Bam, bam, bam. Love the guy. And then all of a sudden, middle of the game, he just goes to sleep. The whole offense went to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that's been standing out in our games, and this is how come I was actually coming live from Las Vegas, watching it with every fan base you could come up with around it, and I said to everyone when the Lions came out firing, the only table that wasn't happy for the Lions were the Lions fans, because we knew. We've been doing it all year, where we come out there. Mr. Bevel, you're doing a great job with the early scouting and looks, but the ineptitude of our coaching staff to never change anything is just, I mean, you get ripped 5 touchdowns in a row from the second to the third quarter. Who can win a football game that way? No one.
As soon as it got to 14-0, I knew we lost.
Oh, same. I put my head down. I said, oh, great. They're going to let off the gas. And the defense just...
It's like we put it in reverse, though. We didn't let off the gas. We're in a manual, right? Have you ever drove in a manual car?
Yeah,
So you shifted into first, you shifted into second, and you're like, oh, I'm going to pop into third. And you actually scoot one over, and you shift it right into reverse. And you're dead now. You're dead, Brian. You're dead.
What happened, dude? What happened?
I forgot how to drive!
Oh, God.
Funny story about driving a manual. I learned to actually drive a tractor at a motorsport dealership, and the first time I went to put it in the second gear, I did it too fast and actually flipped off the back of a tractor, and my back hurt for like 3 days. So I know how the Lions feel, baby. Let's do this.
Goddamn John Deere. Patricia is just awful. He needs to go. He comes out and he's like, oh, I'm going to challenge this dumbass play where Breeze obviously didn't fumble it. He's like, that's the one you're going to challenge? Like, oh, this is my statement challenge? No, you're just dumb. And I wanted later in the game for that timeout to matter. Unfortunately, we sucked so bad that timeouts did not matter at any point in the game.
Wasn't going to matter.
Timeouts were irrelevant 20 minutes into the game.
Folks, towels thrown. I'm done. It's Trevor Lawrence time, so we're going to start out with that. But I tell you what, when I'm just disappointed, just constantly disappointed in, how come I can't get a caring ownership like the Texans that fired Bill O'Brien? Look at the difference. They got rid of DeAndre Hopkins.
Are we on the Bill O'Brien train?
I never want to see a goddamn Patriot in this office ever again. I'm
No.
all set.
Absolutely not.
I'm so sick of these.
And I know if we get Bill O'Brien, it's not going to help anything, but short term, it will help me.
I mean, the guy drafted well. The guy is drafted well. I mean, it was the most baffling thing watching him get rid of assets.
Don't let him coach. But I would, he drafted a couple good people.
his general manager moves of just saying, anytime we get a good player, let's lose him, let's release him, let's trade him. I mean,
Who knows?
Questionable guy there.
Who
that's
knows?
for sure.
Yeah. Well, so is the guy that we currently have. I mean, there's zero defense being played. Still, where are the linebackers? Middle of the field is just empty all the time. Empty all the time. You said it like 3 weeks in a row. Where's the middle of the field? Nowhere.
So I'm kicking myself in the side right now, let me tell you, because last week it was on the tip of my tongue when I started talking about Breeze. I wanted to say Traquan Smith is one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and this is a consistent problem for the Lions, and look what happened.
Drew Brees completed every pass. I looked up. completed pass. Looked up, completed pass. He had one pick at the beginning of the game, fluke play. Then he was like, you know what? Fuck these guys. And just down.
We said it last week, and just with how things have played out this week in the NFL, he has a chance of falling into being a top quarterback, like we said. But the guy had the biggest windows in the NFL just to throw the receivers. I mean, it wasn't even challenging for him. It felt like college defensive backs out there. I mean, it's just frustrating too because there's good pieces on this roster. Kenny Galladay's a good player. T.J. Hawkinson is a good player. Swift has started to come around and look like a good change of pace catching running back. Like, there's good young pieces, but it never comes together right. And I'm sorry, you're never going to win games playing this defense that we've been playing.
No.
You can't do it.
Can't do it.
So, like, for the draft, is it just gunning for Trevor Lawrence, or is it, who else can we, like, hope to get, and what position would you hope to get? I mean, we need to get some type of rush to the quarterback. We need to get so many defensive things figured out, a linebacker that can actually do something. We stuck up for Tavai last week, and then he comes out and just plays like dog shit.
Thank
dude.
you. I'm sorry I said your name wrong, bro. Like, come on. Like, listen, we didn't need you to still irrelevant all of a sudden. Like, come on.
Yeah, we get his name wrong, and he's like, F these guys. Like, I'm not going to play anymore.
I think, though, you're spot on with what you say. I mean, we don't have any sort of pass rush. I mean, remember how excited we were about Chase Young? Every day I had the Chase Young report down. I almost went to the guy's house, I felt like.
I
just like,
so bad.
God.
That would have been so cool.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness.
Because you want to know whose name I didn't hear last weekend was a certain Hefe Okuda. I'm going to talk about
I'm
him.
propping you out
I'm
again.
going to talk about him every week. 16 weeks in a row. You will know me by the end of this, Jeff. Okay? We will talk.
I mean, the last time a corner I can think of went as high as him, the Jets got Revis. You don't look like Revis!
You
don't look like Revis!
don't look like anything.
Revis goes shopping at the shoe stores in New York with Mac Miller back in the day. That's cool! You're not cool!
Yeah, you're not cool. You're not cool, Okuda. Be cool, man. Just be cool.
R.I.P. Mac. Love you, bro. Yeah, I mean, at this point, we need pass rush. I mean, you also have to look at there's an aging guy behind center. That's a problem. I mean,
it's a problem, especially like if he's gonna pull out and have games like these every now and again. I mean, I know it happens, but I just Tua. If Miami's not even gonna start him, we didn't need to start him. But how great would it be just to have him in the back pocket right now? Wouldn't that be just sweet? If we just had a Tua Tagovailoa sitting in the back of our pocket, just hanging out, being like, "What's up? I'm here, guys."
I didn't like that one because that guy's made of paper mache. To be honest, like that guy is. But
who's gonna come out? I mean, I don't know. Trevor Lawrence, like
guy's not winning the job.
I don't think. We'll see. Anyway,
I don't know. They need help in a lot of areas.
Let's let this NCAA season play out, and then we'll see what we.
Know who I wish they could draft though, Tony? My fullback of the week, baby! Ramping it up! And who we're going with today? We're going with an old tale from prior to the Great Depression, where a coach was on a recruiting trip going to University of Minnesota. But he went the wrong way. He went down to a farm, and he saw a large man holding a spaded shovel. And he asked what way the university was, and the large man pointed with that shovel, and that was Bronco Nagurski, world champion wrestler, world champion fullback. He came back after 6 years after George Hollis called him from World War II, and he can still cut the bucket using his words at fullback. And that's how come he was 6'2", 235, running over D tackles at 220. Thank you for making the game great. Thank you for being the 19th greatest football player of all time. And thank you for making the fullback position what it is today. Hell yeah.
Bronco, man. What a name. Bronco Nagurski.
With a K.
Bronco with a K. I'm going to name my son Bronco.
Let's do it. A couple Broncos out there. Hey, let's buy a white Bronco. Hey, whoop.
So the Lions remain in games.
Man.
Got a bye week next week. So, a little teaser, we're going to be coming to you from a special location next week. Rest and relaxation week, because we finally will not have something to gripe about, because it has been an up and down 4 weeks, mostly down. But
and honestly, I need the week to prepare for our Super Bowl. Jaguars Lions, the Trevor Lawrence Bowl. I'm in on it. I said it. Towels down. This is big. because they have is Gardner Minshew the guy? Doesn't look like it. Does not look like it. They want this.
We still gotta. I mean, the Giants might just like give up completely, and take Trevor Lawrence. We got a lot to worry about still. There's plenty of dog teams out there.
I fear the
But
Jets.
next we got Jags, then Falcons, Colts, Vikings, Washington, Panthers, Texans, Bears, Packers, Titans, Bucks, Vikings. I'm gonna say, 1, 2, 3, 4 maybes. There's a potential of 4 wins out there left.
So, I mean, I'm almost looking at this point of, I think they blow it against the Jaguars. It's just that's be pure Lions form.
Nah, they'll win.
I mean-
Jaguars, W.
Okay. Yeah, let's run the card, Tony. Let's run it. All right, I'm going lost to Jaguars.
Jaguars, W. Falcons,
I mean, if you get this Falcons team, I mean, we're watching right now, they look pretty. I mean, they're down 10 right now, and they look pretty good against Green Bay, who's 3-0 and has been playing well. So.
Let me ask you this. Is Matt Ryan in the same category as Matt Stafford? Is he just like a tradable asset and you could be like, I could just get you something younger quarterback?
I see shocking similarities between these rosters in a lot of ways, between the coaching staff issues, but they've been to Super Bowls. Like,
Big trust.
I'm gonna go L there. I mean, the shows. This has got to stop for Atlanta. They're too good of a team for this.
If they haven't won by the time we play them, almost for sure L.
I'm worried Stafford will get hurt that game.
Colts, toss up.
I love Phillip Rivers so much. I'm always gonna love the guy. Best talker in the NFL back in the day, man. So
L.
yeah,
Vikings, L.
I think they take that
Washington.
one. I think they take the Vikings.
I mean, I'll put it to you this way: if they lose to the Vikings, they'll beat Washington.
I think Washington's the only thing I like.
But if they beat the Vikings, they'll lose to Washington.
I like this. This is Lion style. I like this. But I'm going to go win Vikings,
Panthers,
win Washingtons.
big L. No way we beat Bridgewater. Texans,
Plus, by then, I think that's McCaffrey's return.
maybe we beat the Texans. Bears, we won't beat the Bears. Maybe we'll beat the Bears.
I said earlier,
they seem to be getting worse.
I said on another show that we would beat the Bears and split with them, so I'm going to hold true.
Packers, L. Vikings, that might be a weird one that we might win, but we should lose.
I can't take them
Bucks.
sweeping the Vikings. No way.
We could beat the Bucks. We'll beat the Bucks and like ruin their season.
Did you see that Tom Brady that played yesterday?
We
though?
beat. The Lions are Tom Brady killers.
You know,
And then we're gonna lose to the Vikings at the end of the season
I
for the
would
last
enjoy
game
that.
of the year. So that's a season. I'm saying most 4 more wins, probably 3 more wins, finishing at 4-12.
that's not going to get you the first overall pick versus the Jets right now.
Not the Jets or the Giants. They're both gunning for it.
I like the sit in faith that they haven't thrown in the towel on Daniel Jones yet because he's had moments, but once in a lifetime talents when they come up, we've all seen franchises like the draft and these, but the Giants have always been stupid at drafting.
Yeah.
They've always been just a weird team with draft. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that Eli Manning demanded to go there, they would have got that shit wrong too.
That is true. So the last couple weeks, I've made a little moolah off of some dogs, and I'm going to start a new segment. We're going to call it Tony's Value Dogs. Yeah, Tony's Value Dogs is like 2 hot dogs, 1 bun, all the mustard. Last week, I made a little money because I put some money on the Philadelphia Eagles. They're plus 310. I like a number. I like a dog that's anywhere from plus 250 to plus 350. I feel like every week in the NFL, you're going to get 1 dog in that range. So this next week, I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings as a plus 270 dog against the Seattle Seahawks.
Ooh.
Seattle Seahawks did not look very good against the Miami Dolphins, and there's just too much power between Dalvin Cook and Adam Thielen to really stop that offense. If Minnesota's defense has a good game, that's your value dog. Put some money on it. You don't have to put down a lot because you'll win a lot from that 270. Take the value dog.
I like it. I'll bet on it. Why not? I mean, I still got some loose bets at Caesars. How am I ever going to recover those? I don't know. We can't get to Canada right now.